Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, lovely humans.
Hey, everyone. Welcome to E Squared. You're listening to Elena Wharton and
Emily Maxim.
And we're here today to give you an awesome show here on WMCX 88.9 FM.
It's going to be a great one.
Yes, it is. And, of course, we're going to have to start with our Big Time Rush song of the week, right,
Absolutely.
Emily? Absolutely. This one is one of the classics. I love this song, and I hope you all listening right now, I hope you all have a party to this song. This is Till I Forget About You by Big Time Rush. And that was Till I Forget About You by Big Time Rush.
A classic.
A classic. Welcome back to E Squared, everyone. We're so excited to have you here listening today. It's going to be a great show.
Welcome to the fun.
Welcome to the fun. So first of all, we need to explain what happened on Friday.
It's time to come clean.
It's so time to come clean. All right. So we'll give a bit of a brief synopsis, and then we'll really get into how it all happened. Yeah?
Sure. Should I say the synopsis or should I say the background thing?
We'll start with the synopsis, like what happened on Friday.
Okay. Flashback to Friday.
Flashback.
Oh my God. So Friday, Stephen Kramer Glickman came to the school to perform.
He did.
And in the beginning, Elena and I, we came in early to help set up the WMCX table in the front of the door. So if you want to get any freebies, we had E-Square stickers, WMCX merch. And then while we were setting up, they were like, "Do you want to say hi to Stephen?" And we're like, "Okay."
Yes. Take us to him.
Absolutely. And so when we did that, the person that runs, I think they work in student engagement, Mustafa.
Yeah.
He came up to us and he was like, "Well, I was going to be doing the intro." This was an hour. Keep in mind, this is an hour before the show was supposed to start. He comes up to us and he says, "Hey, I was going to do the intro, but do you guys want to do it?"
And we're like,
Yes.
Absolutely.
So, go ahead.
I was going to say, at this point, it already felt crazy because we had walked in, as he was practicing with his band, and it felt like a very main character moment for the both of us.
Oh, my God,
we went
yes.
up to him, and he shook our hands and was like, "Hi, I'm Stephen. Nice
He's
to meet you."
Yeah, he was like, "Hey, I know you guys."
I was like, "Oh, my gosh."
He knows us.
It's insane. Yeah, he was like, "I know you two," in the back when we first walked in.
Yeah.
That was crazy. And then, the intro thing, it was a last-minute thing.
Oh, absolutely. And, so, here, Elena and I were on, stage and in, the lobby just practicing, okay, who's going to say what? How are we going to do this?
Yeah.
And, yeah.
I know we had gotten, a basic rundown of, the points of what to say, but we're like, okay, who's going to say what? How's this going to work? And we practiced it a lot. We made sure we had it down before the show started.
Yeah, and, I was just nervous because, it's just okay, this is happening. We just met Steven. They just asked us to do the intro. So, it was easy to remember, but I think just practicing, I was like, no, I don't want to mess up.
It was pretty scary.
Yeah, and especially they said oh, this is going to be a sellout. A lot of people are coming. People were lining up at doors were supposed to open at 5:30. People were lining up. I got there a little bit early. I got there around probably 4:10, 4:12. We had to be there Elena and I personally had to be there 4:30, but I was there a little bit early. And when I got there, people were already lining up.
It was insane.
Yeah.
It was all the way down the path. They said that around 500 students showed up to the show.
Yeah.
Which it makes me really happy because I'm so glad that people really liked the fact that Stephen came to our school and did a little show. So yeah, we introduced him, which was crazy. And we have videos of it on our social media in case you want to check it out. Our Instagram and our TikTok is at @E_WMCX. We have the video of us introducing Stephen Kramer Glickman, but that's not where the craziness ends. It keeps going.
Yeah. He had his show, and yeah, he performed he called it stories and songs. So he would say funny things. He would perform songs. He did a Q&A. And if some people did requests then, somebody asked if he was a Swiftie.
Yes.
Yes. And so he performed a little bit of Love Story. So his show was really good.
It was good. He was hilarious.
I just started tearing up because he did a cover of What Was I Made For, the new song by Billie Eilish.
Yes.
And I just started tearing up because in that moment, like, we're gonna get to it.
Mm-hmm.
But actually, I'll explain why I was tearing up later on. But yeah, so he did that. And then after, he had a meet and greet in the hallway, or in like the main, whatever you call it, of Pollock Theater.
Yeah, and it lasted 2 hours.
Yeah, 2 hours.
2 hours to
he
get through
sold,
all those people.
Yeah, and like he sold like these autograph like holographic photos and he signed them if you like bought them.
Mm-hmm. And pins.
Yes, these really nice pins, and
They were really nice.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I have one at home.
Yeah, and he really did meet every single person on that line.
No,
It's
absolutely.
Not like he didn't cut it off at any point. Literally anyone after the show who wanted to meet him, they lined up and they met him. And he like made some videos for some people. Like he was just like a super chill, cool dude.
Yeah, and like, yeah, a lot of people, like, he made sure he spent time with everybody. It wasn't like, okay, you got a picture, get out of my sight. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
And like he was also like just so positive and fun. Like it's not like during the meet and greet people were walking away being like, well, he had sort of an attitude.
Well,
like,
that was not worth it. Yeah.
Exactly. It was worth it for everyone. Even for the people who did wait like 2 hours to meet him. Like he was the best.
Yeah, and it's just like, he's such a sweetheart. I love him.
What a
and
sweetie. We love you, Stephen.
We love you.
Thank you for coming to our school. And also thank you for this next thing that we're going to talk about.
Oh, yes.
So after his show at Pollock Theater, he paid WMCX a little visit, didn't he?
Yes, he did. He came on the show here.
And we did a show with him.
Friday, which is not our normal time. It was
No.
not Tuesday, 3 to 4.
It was Friday night at like 10:30 p.m.
Yeah, so like the chair I'm sitting in now, so if you're watching like the recording on YouTube, I'm waving to the camera. I'm sitting in the same exact spot he did. So I feel his aura here.
Oh, yes.
I feel his presence. I feel famous. No, just kidding. But he was on here, like we were on the show for like a good like 20 minutes, 25 minutes.
Yeah, I know we definitely didn't want to keep him very long because
Oh,
it was already
absolutely.
so late, and he put on a show, he did the 2-hour meet and greet, and then he was still willing to come here
Yeah.
and just hop on the air for a little bit. Like that, I can't believe like how good of a person he is. If he's listening right now, like that would be crazy. Hi Stephen.
Hi,
Anyway.
Stephen. And he did our like our Big Time Rush Song of the Week TikTok with us. So
Yeah.
if you watch it, he's with us, and I'm like, oh my god.
And we got lots of pictures with him.
Yeah.
In here out in the hallway, and he signed the wall. Did you look at it? I didn't get a chance to look until like literally right before this show today.
I didn't get a chance to look while we were walking in because they were giving out ice cream, and I was like just running just to get in here. So
he not only did he sign the wall, but he wrote Gustavo was here.
I think I saw it. Like I saw it when he was taking the pictures. So I didn't see it right now today just
Yeah.
because I was like in such a rush. But I saw it when he first wrote it.
I mean, Steph knows because we just saw it. I was like freaking out when I saw it. I'm like, there's no way he wrote Gustavo was here. It was amazing. But I mean, people out there right now, you're probably wondering, how the heck did this all happen? How'd you get him on your show? He came to your school. So let's kind of explain how it all happened. I guess we have to start off with the fact that, you all out there know that we start with the Big Time Rush song every week. We post it on TikTok, we post it on Instagram, and we actually got Stephen's attention on TikTok.
Yes.
That's how it all started, and he was like, when am I coming to your school? It's like, it's a public comment that you can see on one of our videos. He's
Yes.
like, when are you coming, or when am I coming to your school? We're like, we'd love to have you here, and then he told us to DM him, and long story short, we had a phone call with him, and he was like, well, let's try and get me at your school, and we're like, great. And then he calls back later that day and says, oh, I'm already booked at your school.
Yes.
It was a total coincidence.
Oh wait, keep in mind. All right, this is a flashback to April.
Yes.
So-
Yes.
So yeah, this was in April, and he just performed here on the 22nd
22nd of September.
22nd of September. So we didn't know that like the school already had him here. Was already gonna plan
Yeah.
on having him here. So then when we had that phone call, like we set up a meeting saying, hey, we know what's up.
Yes.
Like, he contacted us. He said we didn't know we were going to be at the school, so.
Exactly. And from that very first phone call, he expressed interest in, doing a little show with us.
Yeah.
And, things can happen, schedules, like, anything can happen. So we didn't, like, we wanted to obviously have him on the show, but, we didn't get our hopes up just in case a fluke happened or something, there was some way that it couldn't happen. So we went from April all the way up until September, keeping the secret that not only was Stephen going to be at our school, but there was a possibility of him being on our show.
Yeah.
And we kept that secret literally all the way up until Friday night because we still didn't know if it was, like, officially going to happen. Because, last minute, you don't know if, it's oh my gosh, a huge, a tornado came through the school. Oh no, we can't do the show. Like, you don't know what's going to happen.
No, yeah.
But luckily, everything worked out, and it was the craziest thing ever, and I can't believe we got to do that.
It was more than I ever could have hoped for.
Same here.
And, like, just like introducing him in front of, like, all those students, I'm like, okay, I feel the adrenaline. I feel it. Because, like, like, I'm not, like, a performer. Like, I'm not, like, a music industry student. Like, like, a lot of students get to perform here. Like, I used to do, like, stuff with, like, Lake House, but that was just, like, for fun and stuff. And I'm like, I miss that adrenaline. That was amazing.
And you did such a great job for not really
stop.
being on stage like that in so long. Like, that was really fun for us to do, and you did a great job.
You did, too. It was so much fun. And, like, kind of going back, like, when I was saying, like, when I teared up during, like, when he was singing What Was I Made For, and then afterwards I teared up in my car. I think just, like, watching him and, like, seeing how this, like potential idea in April became a reality here in September, I think it just all hit me, like, at that moment. Like, when I was hearing him sing, I'm like, oh my God, this is happening. And then it's like, I guess not to get too deep or whatever, but, like, you think about, like, experiences you've had in life and you're like, wow, I never thought this would happen to me. Like, like, if like we've all gone through, like, adverse experiences and stuff, and you're like, well, maybe it's going to affect my schooling, maybe it's going to affect this. And I'm like, like, I'm just grateful to just be, like, where I am in school and stuff. And just knowing all that happened, it's insane. Like,
it's something that I'll never forget. I know
Absolutely.
You'll never forget it either.
Oh,
like,
absolutely not. I plan on going to Walgreens and printing out a bunch of those photos.
Yes, you can find all of the content that we made from that day on our social media. Again, Instagram and TikTok is at @E_WMCX. Our full interview with him is on YouTube. So if you just search E_WMCX in the little YouTube search bar, you can find us.
Yes.
I think so.
Oh, absolutely. And then there are some, not all of them, but there's, like, some pictures from the interview that our lovely photographer Stephanie took on that day, on Friday night. There's just a few of them there, like, like, she took a bunch of amazing photos. It's just, Instagram has a limit, and we're just like, okay, like, we're just gonna post like a few, like a bunch, but like a few, and it's hard to, like, pick the best out of, like, a very big pile. But so, like, we have photos up. And yes, TikToks.
Yes, definitely check out all the content from that day. And again, thank you to Stephen Kramer Glickman, and thank you to the Student Activities Board, everyone involved in the event. We're very grateful, and that was one of the best days in my life so far. Like,
oh my
ever.
God, same. Yes. And, like, one of my friends that I met at the Big Time Rush show, the one of them that I met, like, from the meet and greet, she commented, she's like, oh my God, you met, like, Big Time Rush and Steven in the same year. And I'm like,
oh my God, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, it's just insane, because I'm like, she's not wrong, but at the same time, I'm like, oh my God, that happened.
So again, thank you to everyone out there for supporting us too. Like, we couldn't have done this without you loving our Big Time Rush songs of the week, and just, you guys keep listening, and we love that you're here with us through this whole journey. But anyway, we have a lot more to get to today. Yes. We have Samantha Spano here in the studio with us. She's going to be doing an interview and a performance. Before we get into that, let's play some music. Emily, I see that you added a song that I know we both want to play on the radio.
I need to do a little backstory.
Do it. I'll get the song ready.
The love of my life came out with an album the same day as Stephen came to the school.
We called it Stephen Square Day.
Yes, because if all of you do not know by this point, which I'd be a little bit upset if you didn't know, Stephen Sanchez is the love of my life.
Stephen Sanchez.
He came out with an album on the same day, that same Friday that Stephen was here, and I'm like, Elena, it's Stephen Square Day.
And I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't even think about that.
Yes, and his new album's called Angel Face. It's so good. If you like that 50s, 60s vibe, you would really love it. And this song, Elena and I both love. And yes, do you have it up, Elena? I could say it. Okay.
I'm ready.
Okay. This song is one of my favorites off the new album. It is called Doesn't Do Me Any Good by Stephen Sanchez. And that was Doesn't Do Me Any Good by my lover, Stephen Sanchez.
All right, everyone. We have Samantha Spano here in the studio. But first, before we get to her interview, we're going to play one of her songs because she's a songwriter here at Monmouth University. We definitely want to show you what she can do before her acoustic performance. So this is a very, very fun song. I like this one a lot. And if you want, the music video is also really awesome. Check it out on YouTube. This song is called Jesus Tattoo by Samantha Spano.
And that was Jesus Tattoo by Samantha Spano.
Welcome back to E Squared, everyone. And also say hello to Samantha Spano.
Hi, everybody.
Hi,
Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be back.
Oh my gosh, we're so excited to have you here. We're gonna ask you some questions, maybe see what's been going on in your little career that you have. First of all, I just wanted to mention that Jesus Tattoo has over 100,000 streams.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Wow, I couldn't believe the number when I saw it on Spotify. I'm like, wow.
Thank you. Yeah, it's all the friends, all the fans, the family. You guys really show out for me when it comes to putting out a song and, just like letting you inside my brain for a little bit. So I really appreciate it because you guys are the ones that stream it. So it's all thanks to you guys. I just write the song and put it up, but.
Well, it is an amazing song. You do have amazing music. So for those of you who don't know who Samantha Spano is, she's a country songwriter. And you don't see that very often here at Monmouth University. It's a very unique genre, I think.
It's definitely true, and I've definitely capitalized on that,
yes.
Being the country singer from the Jersey Shore, which is really, kind of not catapulted, but kind of taken on its own little life of its own, because I had written this song before the summer called Coastal Cowgirl that kind of describes everything that I am, and then I wound up printing Coastal Cowgirl on merch, and now it's in my Instagram bio, and that's how I kind of ended up being the Coastal Cowgirl. And it's good because I'm never going to try and be something that I'm not. I'm never going to try and be like, I'm a country singer and I'm from the South and I drive a truck and this, that, or whatever, because I don't. So I'm never going to say that to anybody. So it's really good. I mean, I go to a school in Jersey. I'm from the Jersey Shore. So all of those things kind of come together and kind of create this personality that people can see of me and kind of relate to. So being a country singer at Monmouth University definitely has its interesting points.
Yeah, I think it makes you stand out, and
oh, yeah.
Also, I think people definitely remember you more because of, not only because you sing country, but also because of your amazing stage presence, and you're like a true performer. You've had a lot of success in the music scene around here, and I want to talk about something fun that happened to you over the summer. You performed at the Barefoot Country Music Festival. Is that correct?
Yes. Oh my goodness, that was amazing.
So how did that happen? How did you get to that place?
So it was shortly after I had played a show at the Stone Pony. It was like my first full band gig at the Stone Pony, and I just kind of went out of my way to be like, I'm gonna play the show and just see how it goes and see if people come and see if people like what I do. Because now this was the first time I was really stepping out with my own band. Shortly after that, somebody had tagged me in a post of Barefoot Country, and it said nominate your hometown star, and you get X amount of votes and you're off to Barefoot Country Music Festival. So naturally I hopped on that at 8 a.m, sent it to all of my friends, all of my family, and I was like, you guys have to vote me for this. And I was so obnoxious about it. My mom liked to tell me it's not annoying, it's ambitious. So
that's a good way to put it.
Absolutely.
So that's kind of something that I was living by. And by the time we got there, my guys and I had the songs down pat. They wanted mostly originals, which was really cool for me too, because I really got to show people, I'm right here at the Jersey Shore, you guys. This is what I'm about. These are the songs I write. And we were in kind of a tent right next to the main stage. And mind you, Blake Shelton was playing on the main stage, Lady
gosh.
Antebellum, Lainey Wilson, Hardy, Kid Rock, all of these people that I've listened to for years. And while Blake Shelton was about to go on, I was playing. And people had stayed in the tent to listen to me while Blake Shelton was on the main stage. And I was like, there is no way this is happening. I was like watching the time, and I was like, guys, Blake Shelton's on.
Oh my
Like, go
gosh.
watch it.
So people have
And-
chosen to watch you before
Yeah.
going to see Blake. Wow.
And it was really, really incredible. And at the end of Whiskey Don't Work, which, spoiler alert, that's the song I'm going to play for you guys because it's one of my favorite songs. I kind of said, like, hey, guys, like, sing it with me. And everybody in the entire tent, which is a pretty big tent, started singing it. And I was just like, this is really happening. This isn't a dream. I'm like, they're singing the words to my song right now. And it felt really good to have my foot in the door in that scene and be part of a festival that I've been watching for years, where I was like, one day I'll get there. And to be there at 20 years old, I was the youngest performer on the whole bill, which was another fun little fact. And I mean, aside from my guys, I mean, you guys know Nick. Nick played guitar for me, so he was on stage there, and we're all just like in our glory. And I just remember the feeling once we got off the stage, when I like saw my family after we got off the stage, everybody was like shaking. Everybody was like, did that really just happen? That was crazy. What just happened?
That's amazing.
And we ended the night by seeing Blake Shelton, so it was a good time. But yeah, that was another thing that you guys all did. I would post it and be really ambitious, not annoying, ambitious about it, and I would post about it, and you guys all voted and said this is why we want her on stage there. So again, thanks to everybody out there that voted, because I really do appreciate it, and hopefully we'll be back next year. That'll be a really fun time.
That would be so cool.
Yes.
Let's get her back, everyone. Let's get her back to the Barefoot Country Music Festival.
As Elena was saying, like, you know, you're a country singer here, and which is really awesome for like such a diverse school. And I wanted to know, because like I always fangirl about like the music industry students here and stuff, and like whoever does like anything music related here. How did being like a student at Monmouth University impact your music career?
That's a really great question. So I came in my freshman year and I was a commuter. So I was taking the music classes and I was doing the chorus concerts, but I was never really like hands-on involved. And then by the time my sophomore year came around, I was really a part of Blue Hawk Records doing the record label strategies class, which is where we produce a student-run album on our label. And that really kind of set me off a little bit, set me off in a bad way, but kind of set me up to really start collaborating with people in the program, because I saw what they were capable of on other people's songs. So when we produced my song Whiskey Don't Work, I was kind of still just getting to know people, because that was my freshman year, and I was like, let's just see if they like that I'm a country singer. But really getting to collaborate really helped a lot, because you find different musicians, backup singers, you know, songwriters, other people doing the same thing that you want to do, and you all have a common goal. So you're all just trying to collaborate and see what's this person's strength, what's this person's weakness, how can we help them, like, and that's what I really love about being part of the program too. So yeah,
we have a really strong program here, and I always look around and I see all the talent that we have, and I'm like, wow, like what a bunch.
That's what I love about like this school here, with just like, as I said, even if you're not a music industry student, like just being a part of, like, this school has a record label. They have like just everybody's so talented in their own ways, and just like I said, anytime like as someone like that plays music or like a musician comes on the show, I'm always like such a fangirl. I'm like, yeah, I'm like your biggest cheerleader.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And we definitely do appreciate that, because anybody that is, you know, putting out music or is out performing, we really just need the support, and to see it come from our own community is just amazing. So again, thank you guys so much for having me. Again, I don't know if I said it before, but it really does help a lot, because even just getting to talk about music lets people like know who you are, and you know, so it's a fun time. So I really appreciate that you guys like put so much time into, you know, all the programs here.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely love having people on our show and just hyping everybody up. It's been really fun. And speaking of just having to deal with promoting yourself to other people, collaborating, what do you think has been the biggest challenge for you as like a young musician who's just trying to write music and perform and just see what happens?
Yeah, that's a good question too. Oh my God, you guys are really good at this. You're hitting the hard questions. I think for a while it was definitely just finding my niche, you know. because I had grown up listening to Taylor Swift and all these kind of like country pop people. And when you're 14, 15, and that's what's popular with the music you're listening to, that's the music you're going to gravitate towards. And I think it comes with maturing that you find your own style, because now I'm writing things that are completely different than what I wrote when I was 13, 14, 15 years old. And I think that's really important, because I think it just contributes to not only like personal growth, the things that you go through in your life, the things that you start writing about, but as far as your style, like why do we want to sound like everybody else? So I think just kind of navigating that in a public sense of me just constantly grinding throughout like those awkward like middle school, high school years where like you're still like kind of growing into your clothes even. Like I think that was the hardest for me, is just kind of figuring out where I belonged and finding my niche. And I think now that's definitely something that I found, and I kind of know it comes with the whole identity thing too. Like I'm the coastal cowgirl now. That's what people call me in the hallways. Oh, it's the coastal cowgirl. Like it's funny to me now. But I think that comes with just growing up, and I'm sure my style will change and my perspective will change in the next 2 or 3 years. But for right now, that was the hardest part, is just kind of finding where I belong and getting people to either accept it or move on.
Yeah. And that's where you find the people that'll like stand by you the most. Like you just have to be completely yourself and be your unique self, and the people who will love your music, they'll come and they'll be with you every step of the way. And the people who don't want to deal with your style, like you don't need them anyway.
Yeah, and I think that was the one thing we were talking about before, was the Jenks show that I was really excited about over the summer. And that was something for me that really was the first time as a young adult that I had seen this whole kind of plan in my head, all the things that I had wanted to happen kind of happen. Because at that time I was like selling merch, and I was like, let's just see how this goes. And I had a table set up, and it turned out all of my friends from work and school and all of these different places had all come together to see me, and they all wound up buying t-shirts. And we have this huge picture of us together. It's actually the screensaver on my phone because I love the picture so much. We look like a little cult. Like, it's really great. And and it was just one of those things that it really hit me in that moment, that all of these people from all different stages of my life had come together to see me on stage, to watch me do what I love. And that, like, if I told them individually, they'd be like, oh my God, like, stop being so dramatic. But really, as a whole, I really did. They don't know how much I appreciated that, just to see them all there and just see them, experiencing what I do, because they'd heard me talk about it, and they'd seen my posts on Instagram of like, oh, she's doing another show. She had to take off work. She's doing another show. But to see them there really supporting it and actively being there and participating and, being like, we know her. That was really, really nice to see. So,
wow.
Yeah.
That's so beautiful.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
I definitely want to see that picture.
Oh, absolutely.
I'll show you after. It's on my phone.
I saw that you had a excuse me. I saw that you had a website, and like, what can fans find on that website?
Oh, geez. A lot of things. It's under construction, but the music videos, the dates that I'm playing for the rest of the year, some fun little Polaroid pictures that I actually took on campus here about a year and a half ago. We went in like the little garden area, and we took some pictures with my Polaroid camera. So some of those fun pictures on there. Not a whole lot. It's under construction, but we're getting there. We need some more content, honestly.
Yeah. It's under www.samanthaspano.com.
Yes.
I forgot to mention in the beginning. Go check it out.
Yeah,
Even though it's under construction, still check it out. Find the Polaroid pictures, music, etc.
Yeah, thank you.
I have one, I guess this is a pretty big question. You've done already so much so far with your music and your performance career. Do you have any sort of like huge goals? Like, it would be my dream to perform with this person, or I want to perform here.
Oh my goodness, so many. How much time do you have?
We could stay here all day.
Oh my goodness, so many things I want to do. I am constantly reminded that, like, girl, you're only 20 years old. You gotta, take it down a notch. I'm like, no, I want to go. The first thing for me I've always wanted to be in Nashville. That's just where I want to go. Since the first time I went there, when I was 8, I was like, this is where I need to be. These are my people. This is where I need to go. So definitely be in Nashville. get to work in music, perform in music. But my huge goals that are like the ones I dream about at night is like performing at the Grand Ole Opry and playing huge arena shows. My big one is Madison Square Garden. I saw Shania Twain at Madison Square Garden over the summer, and that was the first time I'd ever been on the floor for a concert.
Wow.
And just standing in the middle of that room in Madison Square Garden, knowing you're there for a country show, and looking around and seeing all these people who had the same thing in common, and it was that they loved country music. I was like, this is my dream. And I was telling my mom, I was like, when I play here, I'm gonna play here one day. And I was just like, this is where I need to be. So it would just be so cool to see this career that I'm dreaming of in my head come back full circle and come back to New Jersey and New York. I think that's like the ultimate dream for me, is to kind of be successful in country music, do all of these fun things, record albums and go on tours and whatever, but to see it come back to the Jersey Shore and, you know, play a huge show at Madison Square Garden, that would be like super sick for me.
That would be so cool. I'm excited
would.
for the Samantha Spano at Madison Square Garden show.
God, that sounds so good.
I'm
when
waiting.
you say it like that.
Yes.
Oh, God.
I'm waiting for tickets to go on sale.
Amazing.
I can imagine
one
like
day.
the posters and
Oh, absolutely, yes.
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
I can see it.
I'm kind of tall. I don't know if I'll fit on a billboard.
I mean, they have huge ones in New York, everywhere, Times
Yeah.
Square. I can see it.
Yeah.
Samantha Spano.
Well,
one of those huge,
one
like,
day,
yeah.
and you guys will have VIPs, and
Yay.
we'll come back to our alma mater and sign the wall, and we'll do the whole
Yeah.
thing. Be like, we did a radio show here.
I
one
love
day."
that.
And we'll have this to
Yeah.
look back on and be like, remember when we said this? Look, that happened.
Yeah, mark the day, September 26th,
Yes.
2023. We'll
Oh.
come back in a few years and be like, that was cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, before we transition into your little acoustic performance,
Oh, yeah.
I have a fun question for you. I know that you're a huge Taylor Swift fan.
Yes.
So if you could pick your favorite Taylor Swift era, which one is it and why?
Normally, I would say every single one. She's a queen, love her. But for me, it's the Speak Now era. And I can tell you why.
Ooh.
Because Speak Now was the first tour that I went to of Taylor Swift. So my first like huge concert was Speak Now tour
Aw.
at the Prudential Center in Newark.
Oh my gosh.
And I just remember the feeling of being at that concert. I was actually talking about this not too long ago with one of my friends, because I was like, just being there and just knowing what you were about to see, somebody that you had listened to for years but had never seen live before, and having that be like my first concert, my you know, my Swiftyism is just stuck in the Speak Now era. Like when I tell you, when Speak Now Taylor's version came out, me and my mom sat at the kitchen counter and just cried over Long Live, because it was such a full circle moment. Because from when I saw her when I was like 7 years old, and now I'm almost 21, to now like, oh my God, like I'm all grown up listening to Long Live still with my mom. Like it's really nostalgic, that era for me. So Speak Now all the way. I'm a Speak Now girly.
I love that. Oh,
Yeah.
well, it's time for you to play a little song for us.
Yay.
So
Yes.
before we break for some music, do you want to plug your socials real quick?
Yeah, sure. So follow me on Instagram at Samantha Spano Official. TikTok, Sam Spano 7. I'm kind of goofy on TikTok. And anywhere else, just Samantha Spano, and my website, www.samanthaspano.com.
Amazing. We'll be right back with some more Samantha Spano. But first, we're going to play a little song here. This is from one of my favorite bands right now. This is Old Days by New Rules. And that was Old Days by New Rules.
Hey guys, this is Samantha Spano, and this is my song Whiskey Don't Work. I've been cheated, been mistreated, and I've tried like hell to let it go. I've been jaded, complicated, and I've tried to put on the perfect show. So don't call me baby Well, time really changed me. Unfazed by your boyish sweet charm, and I think it's funny now how I used to kill to be the girl on your arm, but you left me for dead. So remember I said, don't call me honey, don't say sorry, but you should have been here before. And I'd say, pour me, but the whiskey don't work anymore. And I should have known when the bottle tastes too good, you quit drinking. And I should have known when everyone said, the hell were you thinking? But like your tattoo name, I can't erase the pain. And like your bittersweet kiss, it felt good on my lips. So don't call me, don't say sorry, 'cause it don't mean nothing no more. And I'd say, pour me, but the whiskey don't work anymore. No, the whiskey don't work anymore.
Yes!
Well,
That
thank
was
you.
So good. Thank you so
Thank
much
you.
to Samantha Spano for being here on the air with us today.
Thank you guys so much for having me.
Oh gosh, this is such a great time. All right, everyone, we're going to wrap up our show in just a bit. We'll break for some more music, and then we'll say goodbye for the day. But again, thank you to Samantha Spano for being here. That performance was amazing.
Thank you.
Definitely check her out on all of her social media. Check out her music. Check her out everywhere, because she's Samantha Spano, and she's going to play at Madison Square Garden one day.
Yes, she is.
Fingers crossed.
Anyway, this is From the Start by Leve. And that was From the Start by Leve. Thank you so much to everyone for tuning in today. This was such a fun show.
It was. Thank you so much again for Samantha Spano for coming on and performing. Check
Yes,
her out
thank you.
on all her social medias. You have Spotify. So yes,
Yes.
this was so amazing. Yes.
Yeah, I know we're rushing a little bit. We're running short on time. We were
That's
going
all
to
good.
announce the giveaway winner on the air, but we'll do it on our Instagram.
Yes.
We'll let you know who won. And also, just a shout out, WMCX and Hawk TV are hosting a live pregame show this Saturday for the Monmouth Hawks homecoming football game. It's going to start at 10 a.m. Join them outside Kessler Stadium parking lot for a few hours of fun and excitement as Monmouth gets ready to take on the Lehigh Mountain Hawks. Yeah, homecoming.
Yeah, homecoming. Go Hawks.
Go
Come
Hawks.
out this Saturday, September 30th for a nice football game, homecoming. Tailgate, yes. And thank you again for coming on. This is E Square. Check out all our social medias, and we'll see you again next Tuesday at 3 o'clock.